Hello everyone. In this video we will study one of the most important approaches in building science curriculum, which is the historical approach. Many science educators stress the importance of the historical approach in teaching science because of its ability to achieve many of the goals of science education in all stages, such as acquiring information and developing appreciation for science and scientists. By using this approach, the students can see the difficulties that faces the scientists and how they struggle and face these difficulties to find the evidence and explain the natural phenomenon. And the real value of the historical study of science comes when the students see the scientific developments in the context of the social conditions in which he grew up. The student see how the development in science make a lot of technologies that he used to satisfy his needs and solve the social problems. The student can see how society affects science and how society is affected by science. When the students learn about the difficulties and sacrifices that have been made for the advancement of science and humanity, and that the progress that man has reached was not just results of chance, but came as a result of efforts and work that took the whole life of humanity, and that the new ideas was not easy to reach without work and struggle on the part of the scientists, he feels how much respect and appreciation these scholars deserve. Now we reach a very important point in studying the historical approach. The historical approach includes two methods. The first one is case analysis method. The case analysis method focuses on the analytical study of the specific situation or specific topic or problem that a scientist has dealt with in a scientific study or scientific research. The method of case analysis is linked to the study of scientists' reports on their scientific discoveries. This method focuses on developing the student's ability to use the scientific thinking and the problem-solving skills. The case analysis method can help the students to develop many abilities, such as the ability to recognize and identify problems, the ability to select, evaluate, and use data related to a specific problem, the ability to impose hypotheses and test their validity, the ability to understand and present assumptions, conclusions, and generalizations, the ability to perceive and form scientific trends and reach certain judgments after careful examination of the facts and evidence in which they are based. Now we have to ask, what are the steps of using the case analysis method? The use of the case analysis method goes through several steps, including number one, choosing and defining a specific topic or unit of study. Number two, helping students to discover some problems and identifying them through the information provided by teachers or the information obtained by their reading of some books and references. Number three, analytical study of the scientific material related to the case and found a specific book or reference. Number four, allocating a part of the time to understand the text of the assumptions and facts in which they are based. Number five, encouraging students to follow the method or methods used to achieve the hypothesis and to reach specific conclusions and solution for the problem. Let's move to the second method, which is the case history method. This method is represented in studying certain prominent cases in the history of science. And these cases revolve around certain scientific topics such as electricity and magnetism. The student will study the electricity from the beginning to the modern days, and what happened and how the ideas about electricity uh, have been developed. The study of these cases is not intended to study history or merely present a historical material in science, but rather its main purpose is to increase the student's understanding of the emerge of the most important ideas in the scientific research. This method also confirmed the work of scientists who had a prominent role and contributions. We have to ask, what are the steps of using the case history method? When using this method, we have to follow the next steps. Number one, starting a case study by choosing a specific topic in science for which there is sufficient historical materials and which reflects the characteristics of science and the characteristics of scientists. Number two, starting with the historical presentation that explains the scientific knowledge that was available to the scientists before the event we are going to study. Number three, the accurate and detailed presentation of the events that led to the emergence of a new discovery and clarification of the indications and indicators that helped the scientists to reach the discovery. Number four, the need to use the historical method to present the scientific events in an interesting form. Number five, giving special attention during the presentation of the scientific case to clarify the steps involved in the experiments and studies related to the historical events and highlight the social effect on the scientific discoveries. The last step is ending the study of a specific case with a summary of the most important recent scientific events and developments that followed this discovery until our time. Using the case history methods has many advantages, such as it provides the teacher with greater opportunities to clarify the scientific trends that characterized the scientists. It is useful in developing our understanding of nature of the relationship between science and society. It is concerned with the scientific method as well as the scientific knowledge. Scientists appear when we use this method as human beings. It shows the dynamic nature of science and its tendency to review itself. It increases the students' appreciation of the scientists. And there are many other benefits of using these methods.